Take on the Western or Mountain States Elite for the second day in a row, defeating them last night by a score of 94-68. In a game where they out-rebounded the Elite team by a count of 60-32. I think the Elite team just ran out of petrol in the latter stages of that contest. But rematch of yesterday's game. CWC moved to 2-5 on the year with that win. And we'll have the starting lineups, the national anthem, and more coming up in just a bit. First, a reminder, as I edited some stuff here, but where did I put it? That is the question. Joel Kendall with you courtside, by the way. My partner, John Gabrielson, not here this day, but he'll be back in the saddle shortly. And a reminder here, keep up with the Rustlers with a flick of your finger. Check out the Rustler Athletics app, now available for download. See schedules, get box scores, and stay up to date with sports news on your CWC athletes. Search for Rustler Athletics in the App Store and download today. And, of course, don't forget rustlerathletics.com. By the way, a reminder, last night CWC's men on the road suffering their first loss of the season, losing at Scottsbluff, Nebraska to Nebraska Western in a hard-fought game, 87-82. CWC trailed by 17 at halftime. Actually took a 5-point lead in the second half, but Western Nebraska came from behind and won that game 87-82. Two very good teams matching up in that one. Also a kind of a sidebar story from last night, and a couple of undefeated teams on the women's side. It was Snow College, who has run roughshod over Wyoming teams, beating Casper College 59-51. Casper had been undefeated up to that point. So Snow remains undefeated, Casper not so much. Again, our final score yesterday between these two teams, 94-68, CWC picking up their second win of the year. By the way, all of the fall sports are finished for the season. Rustlers men's basketball are on the road today, taking on Eastern Wyoming at 4 o'clock or shortly after this game ends. Click on the Rustler Radio Facebook page for links to watch all games online. And a reminder that you and your family can receive free snacks, drinks, and admission to all home games, and at all home games by becoming a Little Win Booster member for just $100. Teams continue to warm up here as we are less than 2 minutes away from introductions, anthem, and tip-off. My thanks to Amanda Nikoloff's new media class, providing the camera work and the direction on this television broadcast. We certainly couldn't do it without him. And here are mics, our basket or net mics in the background, in case you're curious what that swishing through or clanking sound might be. Like that. And we are getting ready to go here. Teams huddled around their respective coaches. Actually, for the Mountain States Elite, their coach is also a player, and that is Whitney Mitchell, whose sister Amanda Mitchell plays on this CWC team, and whose family is in attendance to watch this contest as well here. And a very sparse crowd on hand right now for this one. Of course, matched up with the Wyoming game on television today. Last home game of the year. First, our national anthem. And we are just about set to go. Starting lineup for the Elite Eight. Morgan Mazurkiewicz, Amy White, Madison Peterson, Whitney Mitchell, and new today for the team, Sunny Ray St. Clair. Team based mostly out of Utah, out of former college players for the most part. For CWC, the same lineup that started yesterday. Riley Burmester had 16 points yesterday, a 5'10 freshman from Star Valley, Wyoming. Kalani Tarawa, a 5'11 freshman from Orem, Utah. She had 26 points and 10 rebounds yesterday. Amron Brown from nearby Ethity, Wyoming, a 5'8 freshman, averaging 8.5 points a game. Alze Zay Roberts, that's what she goes by, a 6-foot freshman from West Valley City, Utah. And Marissa Arnold, a 5'9 freshman from Cowley, Wyoming, means she played at Rocky Mountain High School. And we are just about set to go. So it's St. Clair, who didn't play for this team yesterday, in the starting lineup this day. And the tip control like it was yesterday by CWC. Brown with the basketball. CWC attired in their white uniforms, black and orange trim. Roberts dishes out. Burmester, Brown around. Back inside to Roberts. Has it poked away. Then taken away. Amy Smith with the dribble. She's a 5'6 player out of Orem, Utah. Mazurkiewicz in the corner with the dribble. Will stop. Out in front with the basketball. That'll go side to Peterson. Underneath, Mazurkiewicz, no place to go there. Dishes tries to get to Peterson. She can't handle it. And it's a turnover for CWC. Pass up ahead. Bucket comes up short just a bit for Arnold. And a long baseball pass ahead. Mazurkiewicz underneath. She'll stop, go glass, and score. First points of the ball game belong to the Mountain States Elite Squad. Go underneath. Tarawa. Tarawa's shot bounces around, no good. Rebound, Mitchell. She still got the basketball. Fakes, dishes back. Mazurkiewicz will now dish back. Instead, no, she'll go up and score and drive. Had 11 points yesterday, has 4 already today. Just underway, Burmester the basketball. They'll throw the ball in the backward, not hustling backward. Mazurkiewicz does. She'll go up, get contact, and score, and she's on her way. Has 6 points, all 6 points in the ball game, and a chance to make it 7. And the foul will be on Amron Brown. Coach Ken Swartz not happy about that, and I can see why. Not really hustling back to get that ball. And as a result, Mazurkiewicz goes back. And she gets the bucket and a chance to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. A reminder, Sports on Rustler Radio is brought to you in part by the Fremont Therapy Group. They partner with CWC Athletics to protect the health of our student athletes. For the past 20 years, Fremont Therapy Group has been volunteering their time and resources on the sidelines of local high school sports, college sports too, as you can see, to help keep student athletes safe and healthy. They also teach classes to help students learn more about the field of athletic training. A proud partner of CWC Athletics is the Fremont Therapy Group, Riverton and Lander. More can be found at FremontTherapyGroup.com or on Facebook, Fremont Therapy Group. Mazurkiewicz's free throw is good, and she's got 7, all 7 of the points in this ball game, in fact. CWC basketball needing to dent the scoreboard. Burmester will dribble it out in front. Give to Arnold. Shot clock hasn't moved until just now. Take away again. CWC off to a sloppy start, in all honesty. St. Clair passes. Fall-away shot is up, around, no good. Missed that time by Mitchell. Brown the basketball. Early start this 1 o'clock game. Tarawa, her bucket is good. Smith, long three, is front iron, no good. Battle for the rebound. And Mazurkiewicz will pick up the personal foul, her first, team's first. Burmester opposite side is getting the ball in recent plays. Underneath they go, Roberts. She'll dish back. Across Brown fakes. Has it knocked away. Steal by Mitchell. Mitchell will drive. And Brown will pick up her second personal foul. So turnover bug hitting CWC early. Brown has 2 personal fouls. Forney will come in here after the first free throw is shot by Mitchell. Jump shot free throw is good.
Eat him up out there.
So Amron Brown, she was in foul trouble yesterday. Mitchell makes both free throws. Lead at 9-2. Substitutions for the Mountain States elite team. We'll see Michaela Fenton in for the first time. Also former CWC player Lovita White into the contest. Forney, who just checked in, had the basketball. Burmester will drive baseline, stop, dish it back out. Tarawa's shot is good from 3. So interesting, Tarawa has all 5 of CWC's points. And for a moment there, until Mitchell made the free throws, Mazurkiewicz had all 7 of the points. Ball tipped away, knocked away, last touched by Roberts. Still be the elite basketball. White to throw in. Gives it to St. Clair. White now has it. Giving it underneath Mazurkiewicz. She felt contact, nothing called. There will be a foul called now. Mazurkiewicz questioned that call just a bit. She'll do a 1-person press in the backcourt. A foul, by the way, on Lovita White. That is her first. Forney to Arnold. Going to get an illegal pick that time. Illegal screen on Zay Roberts. Her first personal foul. Mitchell gives to Mazurkiewicz. She'll stop. Getting a foul is going through the pick that time. They called for the foul. Forney, we call for that personal foul. For a team foul against CWC. Mitchell to White. White will try the baseline. Tarawa cuts her off. Nice move underneath Mitchell. Or not Mitchell, but White's shot is no good. Rebound, Burmester gives to Forney. Forney with the high power dribble. Baseline, Burmester. Arnold on the drive. Will scoop shot up, no good. Rebound, taking a long pass ahead to Mazurkiewicz again. She'll follow it, go up, 1 step and score. She's got 9 in the game. I'm guessing she'll get the 11 she had yesterday. Burmester, nice feed underneath. The foul will be called from the backside. Mitchell didn't like the call. It wasn't called on her, however. It was called on Lovita White. So White picks up her second personal fouls. A couple new Rustlers about to check into the ball game. Burmester free throw up and good. But a great all-around game yesterday. Megan Craneville, a 5'11 freshman from Bluffdale, Utah, checks into ball game. Also, Braylee Crossman, a 5'9 freshman from Grantsville, Utah, as the second free throw is also good by Burmester. (11-7) our score, or 7-11 if you're into those all-night type places. On the drive, St. Clair's shot is blocked. She gets it back. And a travel will be called against Fenton. Fenton, the one Wyoming player on this Mountain State's elite team, or I should say on the original team. They picked up a couple local players here to fill out the roster. Fenton from Grable, Wyoming, by the way. Forney got the pick. The stop, give out. Shot by Crossman, no good. Knocked to the floor was Mitchell, nothing called. Craneville's long three is no good. Rebound underneath. Nice job by Crossman of getting the rebound. Give it out to Craneville. She'll miss it, and Crossman completes that act for the second time. Forney free throw line shot is up around, no good. And St. Clair the rebound. St. Clair high with the dribble. She'll go off glass, no good. Forney, good job defensively. Craneville gives up to Forney. Halfway gone here, first quarter of play. Carter Burmester. Take a pick. She'll drive the paint now, go up, and be fouled. That will be called on Fenton, her first. Two more subs, by the way, for Mountain States. As they're going to be, I think, rather judicious with their substituting as they ran out of gas, I think, and they'll admit it in yesterday's game. Burmester, the basketball fakes. And another foul will be called in rapid order on Fenton. Burmester to shoot a pair is now in the penalty. Free throw is up and good. Burmester, the one two-sport athlete at CWC this year, also as part of their volleyball team. Burmester's second free throw. She's a perfect 4 for 4 from the stripe, and she's got 4 in the game. Makes the lead 2 points, 11-9. Elite with the basketball. Kavich cut off. Give to White. Back underneath to White, off glass, and good. The overplay didn't work that time. And Levita White has the bucket, her first of the ball game. Back to 13-9 advantage. Crossman. Burmester, baseline underneath. Craneville will spin and score. So Craneville's first points of the ball game. Again, a 2-point lead for Mountain States. Mitchell, Peterson, she'll launch a long set shot three. His dish pans out. And with another rebound is Crossman. She's had a number of boards in her short time of play. Craneville from the side. Back iron, no good. Rebound battled for and tipping it, and finally Tarawa gets it. To Burmester. Craneville outside the paint, just up, no good. Put back shot by Tarawa is no good, but she is fouled. And Levita White now has 3 personal fouls, so I'm sure she'll be coming out of here momentarily. Tarawa's free throw is good. She's got 6 in the ball game. Chance to tie the game with this one. And that is what she does. She's got 7 of CWC's 13 points here. 3 minutes to go, first quarter of play. Smith with it. Peterson. St. Clair. Back out to Smith. Kavich. Mitchell. Kind of some stop and go action. Not much there. Tarawa, the defense, gives out. Smith. I think St. Clair realized she was that open. Mitchell will not get it off in time. And a shot clock violation against the team in black. Mountain State's attired in the black uniforms, white trim. 2:40 to go here, first quarter of play. Forney the dribble. Almost set up a backdoor play there. Craneville gives to Forney. She'll drive. And a foul will be called. And I think the official that blew the whistle did not make the call. And they're going to call a charge. They called the foul on Crossman, but it wasn't her. It really was Forney, and they got confused there. Because Crossman is probably puzzled why the foul could be on there. Right now the officials are playing kind of an impromptu game of what's my line out there. 13-30 our score. For Forney, that is her second personal foul. Peterson to drive in the paint. Contact there, nothing called that time. Crossman the rebound. Pushes it hit to Forney. Forney dribbles there. And they're going to call the held ball. Boy, Bailey got bodied pretty good. No call there, but just the held ball. 13-13. 2 minutes to go, first quarter of play. St. Clair will stop. 15-foot jump shot, long, no good. Craneville the rebound gives to Forney. Forney long pass up ahead. Crossman. Back to Forney. Playing catch. Tarawa had it momentarily. They'll go side. And Mitchell checked in the ballgame, gets a long two-pointer. Did not check and did not catch Amanda Mitchell checking in, but she did. And she's got a bucket immediately. Here comes Whitney Mitchell. The other way gives back to Peterson. Wide open fakes. Now shoots from the free throw line. Back iron, no good. And CWC continues to run. I think against this shorthanded team that's now in foul trouble, why not? Craneville long three-pointer is no good. Rebound chased down. That's touched by Crossman, and she'll indeed fetch the basketball as well. Gives back to the officials, and she'll run back to play defense. Arnold to check back in at the next whistle for CWC. Mazer Cavers gives to St. Clair. She'll drive this time, scoop and score. And for Sunny Ray St. Clair, that is her first points of the contest. We're tied at 15s. Pass to Forney. She can barely keep it in play. Luckily, Tarley tracks down the pass and will shoot from the side. Shot no good. Rebound Mitchell. The two Mitchells really did not match except for one play yesterday, as Amanda Mitchell's, all right, it was Whitney Mitchell there missing the shot at the one end. CWC the other way. Tarway off glass, no good. Mitchell pursues the rebound but can't keep it in play. Arnold in, and Tarawa will come out. Playing for the last shot here in the end of the first quarter. Knotted at 15s. Mitchell the basketball, Crossman on her. They isolate. And they call a foul away from the ball. And that'll be the third personal foul, I believe, on Fenton. So now CWC is after the last points of the quarter. So after one, well, not yet after one quarter, but two players for Mountain States with three personal fouls rather. 8 seconds to go. Forney the basketball. Gets a pick inside. Craneville's long arching three. No good. You'll hear the buzzer momentarily. And that is how the first quarter will end. So our score after one quarter, nothing decided. 15-15 our score. CWC And the Mountain States Elite team tied at 15s apiece. Be sure to check out the programs for our recreation, Santa's Workshop, Better Health, and they are looking for new ideas for classes from you. Ourrecreation.com. You can register and pay online. How easy is that? They still keep their Facebook page loaded with information, but now you check out more print information and register and pay for classes online at ourrecreation.com. As you hear Forner in the background, our second quarter begins. CWC basketball. Crossman in the paint will put up a 7-footer and score it. Saw what they gave her defensively, and she took advantage of that. First points of the ball game came off the bench. Just had a nice fourth quarter in that contest. Mazurkiewicz, free throw line extended. Her bucket is good, and she ties her total of yesterday with 11 points. Not it again at 17s. Forney, Arnold. Comes back to Forney. Arnold will give it underneath. Shot. Mitchell goes hard off the glass. No good. And her sister, not her sister, but that is White with the rebound. Cross-court pass comes to Mitchell. Crossman on her. Gets the pick. Now she's covered by her sister, and she'll go up. Craneville reaches in, knocks it away, and it'll still be Mountain State's basketball. 12 seconds on the shot clock underneath. Peterson will be fouled by Mitchell as they went backdoor on the inbounds play. So Amanda Mitchell will pick up her first personal foul. After hitting a lot of rim, the free throw falls for Peterson. Second one also good. And Mountain States regathers the lead at 19-17. Crossman the basketball. Dishes corner. Craneville will give it out front to Forney. She can't control it. It'll be over and back. Coming into the ball game, a couple of folks actually for CWC. Going to see Brenna Blazer for the first time. Played a lot last night and played very well for CWC. Also Riley Burmester back into the contest. Our volleyballer slash basketballer. Peterson covered by Burmester. St. Clair. Mazurkiewicz will cross-court the ball. Peterson will fake. Go up in traffic. Long no good. Arnold to rebound. She rips it away, and she'll start the break herself. There's a 3-on-2 as she hurries. Craneville will shoot the high-arching three and score it. So another lead change on that three-pointer by Craneville. She's got 5 in the ball game. 2019, the Rustlers. 2 minutes gone, second quarter. And the lead changes again on a two-pointer that time. A long two-pointer by St. Clair. Crossman. That underneath, which they do. Arnold, nice job with the left hand, putting it up and reversing the layup. That is Arnold's first bucket of the ball game. She averages 5 points a ball game. Coming into the weekend, rather. Mitchell's shot is a little long. Rebound taken down by Blazer. Blazer gives it to Craneville. Arnold, the CWC continues to push it up. Ball knocked away, then taken away by Mitchell. Pushes it up. Mazurkiewicz, her three, long, no good. Underneath, put back shot by White is no good. And here's Crossman with it. Gives to Burmester, she'll go up. Kind of an awkward shot, gets the rebound back, puts it up, and it works out even better. And she makes the bucket and is fouled. Burmester with 6. That is the second personal foul on Mazurkiewicz. Burmester's free throw is no good. Her first miss after making her first 4. Roberts will check in on the next dead ball for CWC. On the drive, St. Clair's shot is no good. Crossman forcing the issue. CWC has it in their mind to try to run ball knocked away loose on the floor. Still battled for. Finally, Mazurkiewicz will pick it up. She'll fill the line, give side. Three-pointer around and no good. Not finding her range here this weekend has been Mitchell. Boy, and a pretty good slide. Actually underneath the padded part by Mazurkiewicz there. And Roberts comes into the ballgame. A timeout called on the floor. Our score 24-21 with 6:13 to go here in the second quarter of play. Scholarships. The scholarship opportunity for next year is now open online at the CWC website. Scholarships can be based on your grades and cool stuff that you've done. How bad you need it, just who you are, and maybe just because of what you're going to be when you grow up. If you get started now, you can submit a great application and get your money for college now. It's online at CWC./ or let's try that over. It's online at CWC.edu/scholarships. Since I butchered it the first time, I'll even give it to you one more time. CWC.edu/scholarships. Again, our thanks to Matt Nikoloff and her new media class, the folks helping us out today, playing a big part in our broadcasts. As we hear the one and only hit record by Wild Cherry in the background. Ohio-based band Wild Cherry, their only hit. I had to dispute the scores table there, but they were indubitably wrong. CWC basketballs, we're back to the business at hand. Ball knocked away. It'll still be CWC basketball. Trying to pin Riley Burmester down as to which sport she liked more, whether it be volleyball or basketball. And she said, I really couldn't pick. So I then gave her the Sophie's Choice option, and she still wouldn't pick. So I figured if there was ever a reason to pick one or the other, I thought that would it. She still wouldn't take one. So she loves them both equally. Roberts shot rolls around, no good, out of bounds. It'll still be, well, no, it won't be CWC basketball. I thought it might have been last touch by White, but instead Levita White will inbounds the basketball. 5:50 to go here in the first half. CWC a 3-point lead, 24-21. Nice give and go underneath. Shot by Whitney is no good. She'll get the steal. Can't keep it in play, though. Good idea, though, to kind of put it behind her back before she went out of bounds and get it down court. Didn't work. Tarwa inbounds. Blazer. Roberts top of the key. Burmester. Free throw extended here on the right side. Blazer. Crossman. Stops, pivots, shot, fall away is good. Crossman's got a nice touch. She's got 4 points. Not seen a lot of her until the last couple of games. Freshman out of Grantsville, Utah, standing 5'9". Pass comes to Peterson. Roberts on her. She fakes her one way, goes up in traffic. And Tarawa will pick up the foul as she came over to help. Tarawa's first personal foul. Peterson at the stripe. Free throw is good. Brown will come back into the ballgame for CWC, and Blazer will come out. Peterson's second shot, this one no good, long. And CWC, Brown very close to travel in the backcourt. Burmester left side. And you see Ken Schwartz, the head coach, close to our crowd mic. As the ball is hacky-sacked around for a bit. And the arrow favors the Elitists. The elite team would like to keep it kind of a slowed-down game with the lack of numbers. Nice give and go underneath, and White. Nice job locking eyes with Mitchell, and they saw it there. And Levita finishes up with a layup. Underneath, the ball knocked away, then taken away. Mazurkiewicz finally ends up with it. A chance to tie the game here, or even go ahead with the three. 26-24, CWC the lead. Mitchell, shot is up and good, and they take the lead with the three. For Whitney Mitchell, she's got 5 points in the game. He said somewhat repeatedly there. Burmester fakes. As it poked away, she tries to drive the baseline. Ball loose. Out of bounds. And they say last touched by Mountain States. They were calling themselves the Utah Elite until they found out they had more players from not in Utah than they had in Utah. So that's how they became the Mountain States Elite team. Tarawa underneath. And a held ball will be called. This one will should favor White. So it was about to go back the other way, but that just had the arrow change just moments ago. Brown to inbound. Tarawa underneath. Nice job, great look, good finish. Tarawa with 9 in the contest. 28-27 our score, 3 minutes away from halftime. Try to get the pass to Levita White, just didn't connect. Turnover to CWC. Brown the basketball, nice move in the paint. Should go up left hand, no good. Coach Schwartz wanted a rebound. White with the board. Goes to Mazurkiewicz. Set the big first half for them. Second cutter is White. Ball a little high. Comes back underneath Fenton. She'll try to scoop it backside. No good. Roberts the rebound. Pass up ahead. Crossman stops, shoots from 10. Rims out of there. No good. Crossman gets the rebound back, and a reach will be called on Fenton. That is her 4th foul, and we're still in the first half. That'll bring Amy White back into the ball game. Ben's disputing the call just a bit. Don't want to get it too much, or you get your 5th foul, and you'll be gone. 28-27 our score, 2:38 to go here in the first half of action. Keep up with the Rustlers with a flick of your finger. Check out the Rustler Athletics app, now available for download. See schedules, get box scores, and stay up to date with sports news on your CWC athletes. Search for Rustler Athletics in the App Store and download today. And, of course, don't forget rustlerathletics.com. Speaking of the Rustlers, the guys lost a tough game last night in Scottsbluff, Nebraska by a score of 87-82. Trailed that game by 17 at halftime. Came back, actually took a 5-point lead in the game in the second half, but Western Nebraska came from behind to win that game 87-82. Also in a women's game, not really involving us, but a big game, is Two undefeateds met in Casper last night. And in that game, in the women's game, it was Snow College 59, Casper 51. So Casper College no longer undefeated. And Snow College has kind of run roughshod over Wyoming teams on the women's side. I think they're 6-0 or 7-0, and they're entirely against Wyoming teams. So I guess Snow College could be the champion of Wyoming, except they're not from Wyoming, so that can't happen. Brown to inbound the basketball, which he does out front. Crossman, corner, Burmester. That's where they look for the three-pointer. They'll start the offense over. Pass to Brown. Roberts was open underneath. They just did not see her there. Ryle Faber will check into the ball game. They'll trade a point guard in for a post here, and they'll drop down a number of positions here. 2:27 to go here in the first half. CWC with a 1-point lead. And Mazer Kavich will pick up the foul, her third. So CWC, or not CWC, but Mountain State's getting into some kind of foul trouble here. Their two starting guards have 3 and 4 personal fouls. Brown to Crossman. Outside to Brown. As every player has to adjust downward a position, a little confusion for CWC with their offense. Crossman's ball poked away. Picked up and ahead to Smith. Ball knocked away backside by Faber from Mitchell. She'll finally get it. Give to Smith from the side. Shot is short, no good. Faber the rebound. And like I said, double teamed in the backcourt. And a held ball, and it will be the team in black. St. Clair to throw in. Mazer Kavich has to keep it in this side of the court, which she does. Thought about the three momentarily. White will shoot the three from the side, no good. Rebound taken down by Brown. 1-point lead for CWC. Burmester in the paint. Nice athletic move, and she puts it up and in. Burmester with 8. CWC led yesterday at halftime by 5. We're kind of on that same sort of path right now here at halftime today. Inside to Tarawa. Tarawa's shot is up and good, and there's your 5-point lead. First play in double figures for CWC with 11. Mazer Kavich on the drive. Ball knocked loose. She'll get it back. 48 seconds underneath. Mitchell, layup is good. Mitchell with 7 points. 36 seconds to go here in the first half of action. Faber the dribble. Crossman. Brown. Now the 9 on the shot clock. Brown the drive. Nice scoop underneath and scores. Her first bucket of the ball game, but she'd been in foul trouble this entire first half. On the drive, Mitchell was hoping to get a foul call, did not get it, and the buzzer will sound. And our score at the intermission will be CWC 34. The Mountain State's elite team 29. So CWC 34, Mountain State's elite 29 here at halftime. We'll get a chance to talk to the athletic director, Steve Barlow, here momentarily. First, a reminder, if I can find that page. Yes, all the fall sports are finished for the season. Rustler men's basketball is on the road today. They'll be in Torrington taking on Eastern Wyoming College. That game starting at 4 o'clock, or about the same time this game ends. CWC, as far as the next games, home games for these two teams, we'll play this elite team on the 1st of December, and the men will play Colorado Northwest on the 2nd of December here. So that's the next couple of home games for the CWC squads. We'll talk to the athletic director, Steve Barlow, here at halftime. Again, our score at the intermission, 34-29, which oddly enough, yesterday it was a 5-point advantage yesterday, but 39-34. So, Steve, a couple of things come to mind, and one is that you see us playing a number of these all-star type teams, and I realize what's good for Riverton High School isn't necessarily good for CWC, because Riverton is located right in the middle of the state, so it's easy to schedule teams. In fact, they even had a tournament there that they're not having this year, and also the 2A regional tournament is there. For us, we're not really in the middle of any teams very often, because all the teams in Wyoming are east of us, except for maybe Western, but that's down south quite a ways. So scheduling certainly is a difficulty sometimes, isn't it?
It sure is. And so, you know what we'll try to do sometimes is get a team that's heading somewhere to stop and play us. That's why sometimes you'll see a Tuesday or Wednesday night sometimes. But, yeah, it's a struggle sometimes to get some teams to come here. But, you know, we do the best we can to get you know, we don't want to bring in just anybody. And, you know, this team here this weekend is, you know, they're missing some players that couldn't get here because of weather. But, you know, we try to schedule some things that can help us get better, help us improve. If it's a non-conference game, we always want to get better. So, you know, and I think you see the women did that early on. You know, played some tough teams. It was snow. I mean, my goodness, you know. So
that was the wrong team to open with, I think.
Oh,
at home
good. Yeah,
first.
you know, that's a good team. That's a good ball club.
They beat Casper, by the way, last night, 59-51.
Yeah, you know, that's a good team. So, you know, we schedule what we can to try to help us get better.
And I think what the gals need right now is some confidence building. And I think the win last night and perhaps another win today, if they can hold on, I think that would be huge for them, because I think you've got to know how to win or feel that you can win, and that's like step number one.
Yeah, you know, I think you see the same things I do, that sometimes they're a little hesitant. Just, you know, they just, you know, you sit here and you think, you know, just get with it. Just get with it. And they're right there. They're right there to do that. And I think the win last night, you know, afterwards talking to some of them and looking at them, they, you know, they felt that. It was nice. It was wonderful. So hopefully that carries forward today and then again to next Monday.
I think some of the players, too, not the two players that had huge games yesterday, but who really played nice, and that was Tarawa and Burmester. But I thought players like Crossman, Blazer, and Craneville also, I think you could see something confident that we didn't see before in their play yesterday, I thought.
Yeah, you know, I like to get over here during the week as much as I can and you know, watch practice and not be involved, but be that way, get to come in and watch. And, you know, I see wonderful things going on in practice, and I see kids doing things out there that are – you remember we have 11 freshmen here this year.
Yep.
11 freshmen. And so, you know, the things they do in practice, I think they're right there. I think they're very talented. Just putting it together, putting it in a game is going to be something. I tell you, Polani, Tarawa, last night, you know, what a wonderful – she's got a beautiful shot. Just a beautiful shot, but, you know, sometimes you see her out there, she just doesn't take it. And that'll come. And, you know, I think they're on the right track. I think Coach Schwartz is doing a good job with them. And I think we're going to be, you know, come end of January, February, I think we're going to be okay.
I think Burmester, now that she's playing the one sport, is helpful too, I think. And we certainly did need her in volleyball, but I think now that she's centered on this one sport, her first night out, she had a rough time shooting. But since that time, she has certainly been a major factor to this team.
She has. You know, she's a heck of an athlete, obviously. And, you know, again, early on yesterday, I came in here and kind of got to go out on the court with them a little bit, and she is athletic as you know, as a student you'll find, and she's finding her way. And I think you're right. You know, she'll settle in, and you know, she's got great moves. I mean, she's so athletic.
She had a baseline move, a spin on the baseline. That was a real interesting move yesterday, and she scored off that yesterday. So.
Yes, and the more she plays, the more she's going to know when to do that, when she has to make a move and when she doesn't, and when to go and when not. So, yeah, she's doing a good job.
And like I said, she is fun to watch, and she doesn't mind the physicality, because that's a tough thing sometimes to step up from Wyoming high school basketball to the physicality that is college basketball.
Yeah, and that's her. I think that's just kind of the kid that she is. She's not going to shy away. She's athletic, very competitive. She's going to go at you, and both on the offense and defensive end. So she's doing real well. We're
talking about what we need to do to maybe get the two premier women's teams, you know, a little bit better, because right now they have struggled some. But again, like you said, the women's basketball team, a lot of freshmen on that team, and also this is the first year that it's really been a class that Ken Schwartz has recruited himself, and I think we'll see that next year for the first class. You know, Coach Gallard will be recruiting herself, for volleyball.
Yeah, I think like we talked about, we got 11 freshmen out here, and I think they're all very talented. And 2 of them haven't seen the floor yet from injuries.
That's right. One's probably going to be a point guard that's going to play an awful lot.
When Olivia Shimpin's able to, within the next few weeks, she'll be able to come in and play. And she's projected to be the starting point guard, which is going to allow Amron to get off the ball a little bit, be the 2, be able to shoot a little more, and that'll be a big plus. And I think by like I said, by February, you're going to see a different team than we have so far, as they settle in and learn some things. And then next year, hopefully they all come back, and I think we should be pretty solid. For volleyball, Coach Gallard, thinking of that, she had 1 recruit that she recruited this year. Only the 1. That's actually 2, but 1 was injured and didn't play. So, I think she did a good job. Again, I come in and watch practices, and they're working hard. They're doing wonderful things. And, hopefully as she settles in, she'll be in her 2nd year next year. She has a full year recruiting this year. I think we're going to see good things.
Yeah, we got to get taller. That's one thing we have to be, because we had only 1 6-footer on our team this year, and she was a sophomore that came in here for her first year. So,
and that's the one I talked about that Darche did recruit. But there for a short time, I was able to be involved in the recruiting a little bit, not because I wanted to, but because I had to. And
should have recruited some taller players.
You know what? It's tough to find them. It's tough, and it's tough. They're you got to get them early. And the NJC.
And the 4-year schools really, they look for those. They're looking for 6'2", setters is what they're seeing at the big schools.
So now the rule change with NJCAA is, signing date is November 1st. So even with basketball players, we can sign a basketball player right now to play for us next year that hasn't even really begun their senior year in high school. And, across the board, it's more competitive. You got to get out there early. You got to find the kids.
And Division One has made changes too.
Yes.
So that's interesting also.
And then you got to get them come to Riverton, Wyoming, like you just talked about, to the middle of the state where there's, there's no mall, there's no anything, and to where it's unfortunate. Some kids, they look for those things.
I do not believe, and I'll say this again, that any school in the state of Wyoming, their staff has such affinity with their student athletes as CWC, and no other school. And I'm going to blow John's horn more than my own here, broadcast their games like CWC does, in all honesty. I think, they're appreciated for what they do here. And, sure it wasn't a great volleyball season, but I certainly appreciate these fine young women that represent our college. And maybe I'm old school that way, that it says CWC on their uniforms, and you feel good about them when they're on the road.
This staff and I'd say the community just love these kids, love all our kids because of who they are, what they do, and this goes back for many, many years. All of our coaches have always recruited quality students that come in here, and then when they're here, they do a good job with them. They get them involved in the community, doing wonderful things on campus, and our faculty and staff, they know who they are. When we bring a recruit on, they always come through my office, and then we walk around and meet people, and at the end of the day, they always say, "Wow, everybody here is so nice," and they feel that. And as a student, that's very important. This is great here.
And maybe that's why it hurts a little bit more when they lose, because we're invested in these young ladies and young men.
Joe, you think back to the first year of volleyball; those kids, they were like our kids. My
favorite player was on. All-time favorite player was on that team, Katie St. John.
And it was just, we brought the sports back, and so it was even more kind of meaningful, I guess. But they're part of your life, and we still talk to them. And they're part of who we are, and that's the wonderful thing about CWC too. It's like one big family.
In fact, I think you were very close to Nicole Sorensen Merrill. I think has some eligibility on some left here. I'm guessing because we had her for 4 years, 2 years volleyball, 2 years basketball, and I don't follow rodeo that much, and she may have been on that team too, but I don't think so. But,
no, what a heck of athlete. But back to that, the Stauffenbergs and Jamie Stevens, right from the very get-go, they brought in. That's one thing they preached is bring in quality kids, bring in kids who are that we're proud of, and that would make us proud, make Central Wyoming College and Riverton, Wyoming proud. So.
You bring up the Jamie Stevens team. Well, that's one of the saddest things, that 2 players off that team are no longer with us, and that is just. I think about that a lot. Believe it or not, that is brutal. And those were good young men.
They were, and that goes back to what what we talked about is they meant something to everybody here, and everybody knew them. So that was very unfortunate.
Well, Steve, I'm going to run down the numbers of the first half. Thanks for coming over and visiting with us.
You betcha.
Good luck down the road. Okay.
thank you for always being here and doing this, both you and John. We appreciate all that you do. So thank you.
We enjoy what they do, certainly.
Right.
Steve Barlow, the athletic director at Central Wyoming College. We'll take a quick look at numbers from that first half of action as I get the highlighter as far as just a single player and double figures for each team. For CWC, leading the way, Palani Tarawa. She has 11 points. Also scoring for CWC, 8 points for Burmester. They were 1 and 2 in scoring last night. Craneville has 5. 4 points for Beverly Crossman. 2 points Amanda Mitchell. 2 points Marissa Arnold. And 2 points Amron Brown, who was in foul trouble throughout the first half. For Mountain State's Elite, Mazer Kavich. She has 11 points, matching her game of yesterday. 7 points for Whitney Mitchell. 3 points for Peterson, 4 for Sinclair, and Levita White has 4 points as well. Again, our score at halftime, 34-29. CWC with the lead. Rebounding totals were very lopsided yesterday, and they're looking that way again today. CWC leading the way rebounding with 27-13 rebounding here in the first half. Our score at the intermission, 39-34. CWC the same, or 34-29. Yesterday's score was 39-34 at the intermission. So a 5-point lead for the second day in a row at halftime for CWC. A little lower scoring this day. Of course, CWC really turned it on in the second half yesterday. As far as foul trouble in the first half, Mountain State's in some foul trouble as well, their personal fouls aren't matching up with mine. I'll go with mine. Michaela Fenton has 4 personal fouls. Morgan Mazurkovic has 3 personal fouls. So they've got Levita White also, by the way, with 3 personal fouls. So they're in foul trouble there. CWC, only player, well, nobody in foul any more than 2 now. Amron Brown got 2 very early and came out, but nobody's picked up a 3rd personal foul for CWC since that time. Our score at the break, 34-29. Again, our thanks to Amanda Nicholas, new media class. I see Billy Watt handling one of the cameras this day. Both teams back on the court. And we are underway. Amron Brown with the basketball. The give and go underneath to Arnold. She'll put it up short range, rolls around and falls away. Battle for the rebound. Finally picked up as Smith hit the ground. Mazurkovic passing ahead. Sinclair. I called her St. Clair in the first half, but I guess it's Sinclair, as I was misunderstanding what I heard. Bucket is good, and fouled on the play was Peterson. Foul called on Craneville, who starts the second half. And for free throw, the free throw by Peterson is good. She got 6 in the ball game. CWC basketball. Crossman gets the pick. Straight on Brown, three-pointer, back iron, no good. Rebound Crossman. She's done a good job on the boards in this contest. And if you go to Tarawa's shot is no good, out of bounds, and it will be Mountain State's basketball. Mitchell brings the ball down rather methodically. Sinclair has it now. And they will call a foul on White for an illegal pick away from the basketball. Lead down to 2 in the early moments of the second half, 34-32. Speaking of 34, 34 has the basketball right now. Tarawa fakes, will take the baseline, will go up. Contact, but she still scores. Tarawa with 13 points now. Sinclair, the dribble. Comes to Peterson eventually. Sinclair Nath will fall away from 7 and score. Craneville has to give it back outside. Shot is no good, missed that time by Arnold. Peterson the dribble. Again, I think if you're Mountain State, you want to keep the game from speeding up very much. For one thing, you're in foul trouble. Take it away with it on the drive. Up and in. So Crossman now with 6 points in the game. Crossman taking advantage of the time she's playing out here today. On the drive, and a trip there as Peterson gets help from a couple Rustlers. And she'll go back to the free throw line. Kalani Tarawa, the personal foul, her second. Free throw is no good. Burmester about to check in, but not yet because the free throw is also no good. Crossman the dribble. 4-point advantage for the homestanding Rustlers. Tarawa with it right side. Give and go, Arnold. And she'll be fouled on the drive. Foul will be called on Peterson. Peterson just her first personal foul. Arnold comes out as Burmester checks in. Inbounds pass. Knocked away, but not able to keep it in bounds is Mitchell, who talks to the official. She has talks to the official quite a bit. Pass comes into Brown. High post. Back to Brown from Burmester. Tarawa through traffic, and it doesn't get through traffic. Taken away, Peterson the dribble. Mazurkiewicz. Extended, she'll shoot the three. Comes up, gets the iron and falls. Our iron typically doesn't give it up like that. Mazurkiewicz now with 14 points and the long pass ahead. Thrown out of bounds. And CWC with a 1-point lead. Not a chance for Mountain States to recapture the lead. Coming back into the ballgame is Fenton. Well, I've got with 4 personal fouls. The sheet I was handed to at halftime had her for 3, so we'll see if she picks up a foul. She stays in the ballgame or not. Mazurkiewicz in the corner where she just scored the 3. She'll drive this time. Stop, cross court the pass. Comes to Mitchell. Burmester on her. Covered her a lot yesterday. Will stop. May have traveled there. Gives to Mazurkiewicz. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell in traffic gives it out. May have traveled again. But underneath. Shot by Fenton was no good. Hits iron though. Players kind of gave up on it, but that ball would have still been in play. Brown with it. Crossman out in front. Back to Brown. Burmester. Tarawa spins around, double team, scores, and is still fouled. Foul called on Sinclair. That is her first. Tarawa now with 15 points. Average 11.8 points a game coming into this weekend has boosted that total up. Had 26 yesterday. Maybe you'll see a repeat of that today. Free throw is good. Give her 16 in the contest. And the CWC lead back to 4. 3 minutes gone, third quarter of play. CWC on top by the 4 spot. Mazurkiewicz. Levita White, who checked in. Sinclair, she'll launch a 3. Long, no good. Levita White will get the board back. She'll spin, then shoot. No good. This time the rebound taken down by Mitchell. Up ahead, Crossman. Coach said they had numbers. I don't think they did, but Mitchell will shoot straight on and score the 3. So for Amanda, that's her 5th point of the game. Lead at 7 now. Peterson giving underneath to Sinclair, knocked away, and Burmester will get the steal, give to Brown. Brown to Crossman. Crossman gives up the dribble. Mitchell will shoot again from this one, is way short. Same spot she shot the one in May just moments ago. Pass up ahead to White. Levita, the former CWCer with the basketball. Will stop, shoot from 15, no good. Rebound Crossman. Crossman to Brown. Gives to Burmester. She'll go up in traffic. Levita White will block that one. Peterson gives it, tries to give it back. But it goes through the wickets, I think. They're Mazurkiewicz. Brown to inbound the basketball. Nice grab that time by Tarawa. Mitchell straight on, this time a long 2 is no good. Pass up ahead. Bounce pass ahead to White. Great pass. Shot is missed, however, and Brown will get the rebound. Nice skip pass, though, on the bounce. Underneath. Going to get an offensive foul. And I think it'll be Amron Brown. And that is indeed the Amron Brown has 3. Closest any CWC player isn't in foul trouble. Mazurkiewicz gives to Peterson. White cuts nothing there. To Levita White underneath. In traffic. Peterson tries to make some room and foul away and score. Nice job by Peterson making some room for herself. Took advantage of it, and she's now got 8 points in the game. Lead at 44-39. Mitchell, shot from 15. This one rims around, is no good. Battle for it, Levita White and Burmester. Burmester finally gets it, wings it out to Crossman. Free throw line shot is no good. Peterson, pass up ahead to Levita White. However, they're running the game right now. The shot is no good, but I think running is perhaps a mistake for this team because they just don't have the bodies. That will be called on Sinclair. For Sinclair, that is her 2nd personal foul. Running the Idaho 2 play, apparently. This has been brought in by Olivia Shippen, our one Rigby, Idaho product, who is hurt right now. Underneath to Tarawa. Turnaround, kind of a low-level hook shot is no good. Sinclair the dribble, will take it all the way herself, will go up, scoop, no good. Battle for the rebound, and it'll still be Mountain State's basketball. Five-point lead, the same as it was at halftime. CWC on top, 44-39. The give and gone never works. They gave it, but the player was gone, and it goes out of bounds. Brown the basketball, backcourt. Comes to Crossman. Tarawa will fall away. 8-footer is no good. Followed her shot. Couldn't control it, though, out of bounds. Kind of a... Not neither team had scored for a while. They still haven't, as the three-pointer by Lovita White. And trying to save the ball that would have just gone out of bounds. Mitchell will step out of bounds, and it'll still be Mountain State's basketball. Bailey 40 to come back into the ball game. Amron Brown will check out. Sinclair. Fenton gives it up. Corner shot by Smith is no good. And they'll call a foul. Kind of a touch foul there called on Amy White. And we'll be shooting free throws. Mitchell at the free throw line. Amanda Mitchell, 3 inches taller than her sister. Wears the 23 in black. Free throw is good. Mitchell with 6. Averaging 3.3 points on the year. Zay Roberts, by the way, also from West Valley City, Utah, along with the two Mitchells. Second free throw also good. Amanda's got 7. 2:16 to go here, third quarter of play. Fenton gives the ball up finally. Mitchell fakes the 3, will drive, spin. Give outside, Sinclair, long 2 is no good. Barney will push it up court after the rebound by Mitchell. We'll give it to Crossman, goes off her hands. Last touch by Mitchell. Of course, again, a reminder, Mitchell played for Coach Ken Swartz back at Western Wyoming College some time ago. Forney thinks about the 3. Give it to Burmester instead. Burmester will drive in traffic. Around no good. Battle for the rebound. Pushed away, and then Tarawa will finally get it long. They'll start the offense over, and 3 from 40 from the side is back iron no good. This rebound comes to Mountain State. Smith with it. Or I should say Amy White rather had it. Out of bounds, though, as Sinclair couldn't control it. And Ken Swartz will call a timeout with CWC having the lead at 46-39. A minute 24 to go here in the third quarter of play. Sports on Rustlers Radio is brought to you in part by the Fremont Therapy Group. They partner with CWC Athletics to protect the health of our student athletes. For the past 20 years, Fremont Therapy Group has been volunteering their time and resources on the sidelines of local high school sports, college sports too now here at CWC, to help keep student athletes safe and healthy. They also teach classes to help students learn more about the field of athletic training. A proud partner of CWC Athletics is the Fremont Therapy Group, Riverton and Lander. More can be found at FremontTherapyGroup.com or on Facebook at Fremont Therapy Group. Our score 46-39, minute 24 to go here in the third quarter. CWC about to go on Thanksgiving break. I think they have classes Monday and Tuesday of this week. And And then they'll break for the holiday. Of course, the basketballers will not get that holiday as they'll be in action and or practicing throughout the holiday. Forney the basketball. Crossman. Burmester just above the free throw line. Will stop dish side. Poked away that time by White. Pass comes to Crossman. Mitchells really don't match up too much, different positions for one thing. Tarway's three-pointer is no good. Rebound underneath. Forney foul away is good. Forney's had to adjust her game. She's playing more of a point guard here, where she was a shooting guard, pretty much a do-all kind of player at Rollins High School. That is Forney's first points of the ball game, by the way. Lead has grown to 9. Peterson will drive, give it back. Sinclair will shoot. Shot is up. Side iron, no good. Knocked out of bounds. It will still be CW's or Mountain State's basketball, rather. White to throw in. Gives to Mitchell. Crossman on her. Mitchell trying to make some room. Nothing there. We'll come back to Sinclair. She'll scoop it up and be fouled. And go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. That foul will be called on Mitchell. Amanda's second personal foul. 26 seconds to go here in the third quarter of play. Craneville will come into the ball game here after the first free throw is made by Sinclair. Sinclair was 7, and now 8. 48-41. It's going to be closer going to the fourth quarter than it was yesterday. CWC playing for one shot here at the end of the quarter. Forney has it. Behind her back. With 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Give and go to Burmester. Ball knocked away. It'll still be CWC basketball. That's a crowd mic, by the way. Not a crowd mic. That's our. Got a collision there as Craneville knocks over Amy White. So they'll go the other way. So 7 seconds to go. Now it'll be Mountain States with a chance to take the last shot. Going to put pressure on to make them use up time in the back court. Peterson with the basketball down to 5 seconds. Corner. Going to get a travel before anything else happens. So another turnover, this time by White, the other direction with 3 seconds to go. Pass up to Burmester. She'll get some travel. She'll get a shot off. Off glass, a little hard, no good, but they got a shot off nevertheless. Our score at the end of 3 quarters of play, it's CWC 48 and Mountain State's 41 after a relatively low-scoring third quarter of play. 48-41, the advantage for CWC. Keep up with the Rustlers with a flick of your finger. Check out the Rustler Athletics app, now available for download. See schedules, get box scores, and stay up to date with the sports news on your CWC athletes. Search for Rustler Athletics in the App Store and download today. And, of course, don't forget rustlerathletics.com. Again, the guys play today. They'll be playing in Torrington at 4 o'clock against Eastern Wyoming College. So that game will be getting underway in about an hour and 45 minutes from right now. Tough loss for the guys last night, 87-82 at Western Nebraska. Well, Jack Nelson's got a good squad this year again for the guys. That was their first loss of the year last night. Well, we should point, Steve Barlow mentioned a couple of our gals injured right now, and those are Olivia Shippen, a point guard, 5'4" freshman from Rigby, Idaho. Also Chelsea Drury, a 6-foot post player, a freshman from Bluffdale, Utah. Those two both injured. I think Shippen will be coming back pretty soon, and Drury a little later. in the paint. They'll go outside now. White's shot is good. Amy White's first points of the ball game, and it tightens up the game a bit here in the fourth quarter at 48-44. Final score yesterday was 94-68. Not going to be that type of a lopsided score today, I don't believe, unless CWC just explodes. Craneville with the basketball will give back to Forney. Forney behind her back once. Underneath the drive baseline score by Burmester. She's now in double figures with 10 points, and she does like that baseline. And going through the pick, there is Forney. He'll pick up the personal foul as Mitchell helps herself up. For Forney, that is her third personal foul. Azurkevich throws into Sinclair. White, who just hit the three, doesn't take it this time. Fenton got the give and go knocked away. Craneville has it. She may have been fouled by Mitchell. Nothing called. Crossman the dribble. Give to Forney. She'll launch from three. No good. Burmester battles for the rebound. Gets it. Nice effort by Burmester. Pass comes back to Burmester through Crossman. Burmester will drive. Dish. Craneville shot. 17-footer. No good. Rebound Fenton. The Graybull native with the basketball. Almost 2 minutes gone here. Three-pointer is long that time by White. Forney, the rebound, has the dribble. Pushes ahead. Craneville fakes the shot this time. Gives back to Forney. A pass at her feet, but she picks it up. She'll take it back out, start the offense over. Kind of stacked to the right side. Underneath, they see Burmester. Craneville, paint, turnaround shot is good, and she is fouled. Nice find by Burmester, finished by Craneville. Fouled on Amy White, that is her third. Craneville was 7 in the ballgame with a chance to get to 8, which she does. Over her average 6.3 on the season coming into this weekend. Lead back to 9. The Mountain States, if they're going to keep it a game, need to keep it into single digits, and right now it's at 9. Mitchell gives back. Fenton shot is up, around no good. Rebound taken down by Tarawa. Pass up ahead. Nice job, give and go, and Burmester. Great pass by Crossman. We got a nice pass from Forney. So Burmester now with 12 in the contest. Lovita White about to check back into the ball game. Sinclair's shot is no good. And here's that double-digit lead I was just talking about. Crossman the basketball. Another nice pass into Burmester. She'll go off glass and score again. And she's got 14 points in the game. And a timeout has been called by CWC. Their lead at 57-44. 7:04 to go in this one, as CWC has taken a 13-point lead. You and your family can receive free snacks, drinks, and admission at all home games by becoming a Little Win Booster member for $100. Also, all of the fall sports are finished for the season. Rustler men's basketball team is on the road today in Torrance, taking on Eastern Wyoming College at 4. Click on the Rustler Radio Facebook page for links to watch the games online. Next home games for CWC, this elite team on December 1st for the women. And for the guys, Colorado Northwestern out of Rangeley. That'll be on December 2nd. We will be back to broadcast those two games on the 1st and 2nd of December. John Gabrielson will be back. My compadre to help out with those, or he'll actually be running the show. I'll be helping him out. Those broadcasts. Peterson long three is around, rims out of there, no good. And here comes CWC on the attack again. Pass Crossman underneath, she'll fake and have the shot blocked. Still be CWC basketball. Forney to throw in, the former outlaw, now Rustler. Stuck with a couple of crime-ridden nicknames in her two teams. Shot is no good by Arnold, but her putback is up and good. Nice stick-to-itiveness by Arnold. The lead has ballooned to 15 points. It was 48-44, so I think CWC has scored the last 11 points. Sinclair, I think again like yesterday, I think running out of gas is this Mountain States team. A shot that time by Mitchell. Forney with the basketball. Give to Arnold, right wing. Crossman comes up to take the pass. Take it back to Forney, but it's knocked away, but then Forney will get it right back. Forney will drive through traffic, dish. Burmester will put it up glass, score again. So Burmester has 16 and Tarawa has 16, so maybe to become the high scorer in the game, this free throw would give 17 points for Burmester. This is what she had yesterday, was 16, by the way. Also played great defense on Mitchell yesterday as well. Free throw is good. She's got 17. That foul, by the way, was on Peterson, just her second. 5:50 to go. Shelby Brandstetter will come in at the next whistle. Another shot missed. Did I catch you missed it? Also Faber to come in for CWC as well here. And there's your whistle. So they should be coming in right now. Craneville will come out. Also Forney will check out for CWC. 18-point lead for CWC. It's a 7-point advantage going into the fourth quarter at 48-41. So it's really been all CWC here in the fourth. Faber with the dribble. Might have been reached there, but nothing called. Zach very close to foul a couple of times. Get the ball on the Brandstetter. She'll stop, dish underneath. Burmester, another bucket. Burmester with 19 points. The Star Valley gal is a star. Lovita White, long three is good. And that'll temporarily stop the bleeding just a bit. She's got 6 on a pair of threes. Halfway gone here, fourth quarter of play. CWC about to go to 3-5 on the year. Faber, the basketball, fakes. Will drive, now dish back to Crossman, who will shoot the three. Short, no good. Rebound Faber, and she'll be tied up. And the arrow favors Mountain States. When the shot goes up, Faber does have a nose for it. She doesn't play a lot of minutes, but she's got a nose for those rebounds, which is saying something when you're only 5'5". Ball loose. Play a little ragged right now, going to get a held ball, and the arrow will favor CWC as Brandsetter's in on the tie-up. Blazer to check back into the ball game. And coming out of the ball game is Crossman, and her coach says good game as she comes out right in front of us. And he's right, she did play a good ball game. And see, the Mountain States temporarily had 6 players on the court, but ball knocked away. Brandstedter's shot is no good from 15. Peterson the dribble. Coach says no foul, and Peterson gets tripped up in the backcourt immediately. I think if the coach would have said foul, then there wouldn't have been a foul. So the other way around is what happened there. 64-47 to CWC lead at 17. My math skills being taxed a bit there. Peterson, long three is up and good. And that's what they've kind of resorted to, shooting pretty much all threes right now. Peterson, 11 points, 4 minutes to go here in this one. 64-50. On the drive, Arnold, the collision there. Burmester will rip the ball away, and she'll be Well, she'll be called for traveling. Peterson inbounds the ball to Mitchell. Her folks are here, so that means Amanda Mitchell's folks are here as well. 15-footer straight on is good by Whitney Mitchell. She's got 9, had 17 in the game yesterday. Fauber with the basketball, fakes one way, dribbles. Trying to give him go to Arnold. Underneath, pass to Burmester, and she'll score again. So Burmester now with 21 points. Doubling her average as she started the weekend. She averaged 11.5. Well, it would have been pushed up yesterday with the 16-point game. Mitchell on the drive, blocked, and then taken away by Arnold. Great defensive play, and she'll push it down herself. Dish, give off on the side. Brandsetter's shot is no good. Rebound, Burmester. She'll go up, be fouled, go to the free throw line to shoot a couple more free throws. Foul will be on Levita White. That is her 4th. Burmester's shot is good. Levita White will come out of the ball game, our former CWCer. Mazer Kavich back into the contest. Second free throw also good. Burmester with 23 points unofficially. Lead at 68-52, 2:58 to go. Mazer Kavich the dribble. They go underneath, and they're going to call a reach on Fauber. Sinclair's shot from the side rims out of there, no good. Blazer with the basketball. She'll stop, shoot the three, come up very short, no good. For the CWC women, their next game, by the way, will be against Eastern Wyoming. That'll be on Monday in Torrington. Pretty quiet in the Rustler gym right now. Just over 2 minutes to go. Mazer Kavich on the drive will make the bucket, but she was fouled before that occurred. Acrobatic play. Blaze will pick up the personal foul, her first. Mazer Kavich throws into Fenton. Crosses it to Peterson. Peterson will launch the three and score from about 25. Peterson, by the way, has 14 points in the ballgame. Burmester, though, has more than that, and she has the ball right now, but Peterson takes it away, then getting the squeeze play put on her. And they can pick who they want to call the foul on. They'll call it on Burmester. So Burmester picks up her first personal foul after she scored 23 points. Peterson at the free throw line. She is the high scorer. Well, actually, it's a tie right now. Mazer Kavich and Peterson each have 14. And they're still tied as the first free throw is no good. Burmester will come out of the ball game. She played a great ball game again today. Second free throw by Peterson. This one is good. She's now got 15 on the day. 68-56 our score. 1:44 to go. Fauber, give back. Blazer. Arnold now. Left side, she'll go outside. Brandstetter to Blazer. Blazer will drive. Dish back, Brandstetter in paint. Will dish back. Blazer will launch the three. No good rebound. Brandstetter battles for it, but it's taken down finally by Fenton. Fenton with the dribble loses it, gets it back. They left her alone. She could have taken the three if she wanted. It didn't. Still she'll fall away from 12 and score. Fenton's first 2 points of the ball game, by the way. Lead down to 10. So I think for Mount St. they'd like to get in single digits before this one ends. Faber underneath. Gives the ball to Brandstetter, and she'll score. Assist Faber, Brandstetter the basket. Peterson the basketball, inside a minute to go. Rustlers about to go to 3-5 on the year. Sinclair the basketball, give to Peterson. She'll go up. Mitchell defending, and Mitchell will get the rebound. Long pass, they didn't see Arnold down there, but Mitchell's not your typical ball handler, that's why. Pass across to Blazer. She pushes it up to Brandstetter. Brandstetter dribbles. Will fall away. I'll give it to Mitchell, rather. And Mitchell will score. 72-58. Ball knocked loose. 15 seconds. On the drive, Mitchell in paint. She will go up, be fouled with 11.9 seconds to go. And our shot clock guy is leaving us. There are rumors he checked out at halftime, is what I'm hearing. But free throw by Mitchell is no good. That foul, by the way, doesn't matter. It was on Brandstetter. That is her second. As it turned out, nobody fouled out of the ballgame, despite a couple players being in big foul trouble in the first half. As Mitchell's second free throw is good. She's in double figures now with 10. And we're just going to run the clock, I think, right here. Pass over to Brandstetter. She'll go up and score. And that will be your final score, I have to believe, unless I can get a shot off with 4 seconds to go. Mitchell will fire a long three. No good, and that will be our final score. As CWC wins it by a score of 74-59. And like yesterday, the second half, CWC pulled away in the contest, and the Rustlers moved to 3-5 on the season. CWC, again, the winner 74-59. We'll take a look at numbers. Also talked about our player of the game in this contest, as we got a number of players we could pick from. But congratulations to the Rustlers today as they win this one and have won 2 in a row against this elite team, which they will see again, or at least a version of them, next month. So CWC goes to 3-5 with a 74-59 win here this afternoon. Unofficially, the high scorer in the ball game is Riley Burmester with 23 points, and now I've got the official stats handed me.